All right, in this video, we're gonna show you what our white belt requirements are for kids. So the first thing you wanna know is a proper horse stance. So kids, if you're practicing at home, bend your knees, get about shoulders width apart, get in a good horse stance. We call this a horse stance because it's kind of like you're riding a horse. And it's a very good balanced position. Whenever we say balance, power, and commitment in any of our classes, we mean you wanna be balanced first by lowering your body down. We call that lowering your center of gravity. And be positioned so that you're kind of hard to push, or if you have to push something away, you could use all the muscles in your legs. So that's what a horse stance is really good for. It's giving you a balanced base to start from. The first thing we're going to start with is the 8-point blocking system. And you're going to start with your right hand, okay? So number 1 is going to come up. You're going to go number 1, number 2, outward blocks, number 3, and number 4 across, number 5, and number 6, block over your head, and number 7 down, and 8 down. The difference between 7 and 8 is they kind of wind up to the opposite shoulder and block down, wind up to the opposite shoulder and block down. You want to stop them right over your foot. Make sure you don't block back over here. Just kind of bring it to your opposite shoulder, block down, stop it right over your foot, okay, right over that foot. So I'm going to do that 8-point blocking system one more time. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. One last time, starting from a horse stance. Outward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. That's the 8-point blocking system. You need to get 2 kicking combinations, okay? Combinations 6 and 7, they're really just a front kick for number 6 and a side kick for number 7. We call them a combination because typically when we do these, we're working in conjunction with somebody else, and we have our hands up, our elbows down, and we're gonna drive a front kick forward as a target approaches us. One of the ways that you can work on this is keep your hands up, your elbows down. You can either close them or open them, but I want you to recognize the difference between hands closed and hands open. Each one sends a different message, okay? So you can practice both. Combination 6, bad guy comes at you, your hands are on guard, just put out a front kick. And let's not forget, the front kicks have 4 steps. Bend it, extend it, bend it, and bring it back. So those 4 steps are 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's really important you drive your foot forward while keeping your hands on guard the whole time, okay? Hands on guard, bam. So, again, combination 6, bad guy comes at you, your hands are on guard, front kick. Next one we're gonna do is combination number 7. Now, combination number 7 uses a side kick. Now, for number 7, we don't wanna be in a wide horse stance. You can do a side kick from a wide horse stance, but in a self-defense situation, if someone's approaching you, you don't want to have to bring your foot all the way in, all the way up and out, okay? So the way that we want you to practice your side kick is you want to start with your feet close together, kind of like you're just standing in line or waiting in line somewhere. The attacker, the bad guy, is going to be coming in from the side, so we call it a side kick. We're going to have our hands up on guard, if you want to just see how I'm kind of looking. So even though my body is sideways, I can still look at the bad guy, okay? Hands up, approaching, we're gonna pick up that knee, and also, a side kick also has 4 steps. Bend it, extend it, bend it, and bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, hands up, bad guy's coming at us, pop out the side kick, again, bend that knee, drive it, bring it back, and put it down. When you do a side kick, you wanna make sure you're hitting with the heel of your foot, okay? The heel of your foot. When you do a front kick, you can either hit with the ball of your foot, the heel of your foot, or just the entire bottom of your foot. It doesn't really matter in the beginning which one you use, and you might like one over the other, so just stick with that one. So far we've done the 8-point blocking system, okay? All the way across for 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Combinations number 6 and 7. And you can practice those both in conjunction with one another. So maybe you do number 6, and then step back and do number 7. That's a good way to practice both of them. The next set of things that you need to learn as a white belt are the 5 grab defenses. And we talked about those last night in our live stream, but we're going to show you guys what they look like right now. So, the first one is a front choke. So, someone's going to put their hands on your neck or near your neck or around your neck. And what we're going to do is you're going to raise one of your arms. It doesn't matter which arm you raise. The most important thing is whatever arm you raise, you step back with the opposite foot and drop that elbow down. Everybody has a pressure point right there on their arm, okay? So if you can take your elbow and just drive that elbow down into that pressure point, it'll get them to release, give you a chance to what we like to call defend and escape. So let's talk about that again. So we're being grabbed around the neck. We're gonna raise our arm. I'm gonna raise my right arm. I'm gonna step back and turn into a horse stance facing that way. So I'm balanced. I'm gonna drop that elbow right on that pressure point. Then I'm gonna turn and palm heel. You can use 2 hands, you can use 1. You defended, now you're going to escape. Let's try that again. Front choke. They grab you, we're gonna wind up, drop down, turn your body across and palm heel, defend and escape. Next one is a lapel grab, where they take their hands and they grab your shirt. This one's kind of easy. But you do need to do something that we call weaving, where you're going to go over one arm, under the other arm, so you're going to kind of weave. You're going to go over, again, they've got you by the shirt, you're going to go over one arm and under the other arm, okay? You're going to weave. Then you're going to bring your hands together and press across really hard and turning into a palm heel. When you do a palm heel, you want your fingers touching, you want your palm, you don't want your thumb sticking out. You want the heel of your palm extended. So all your fingers touching, especially your thumb, and then the heel of your palm driving forward. Now when we practice that in the dojo, we're always aiming for the shoulder. We don't want to hit them anywhere else, okay? I'm going to do that one more time, okay? Lapel grab, they've got you by the shirt. We're going to go over with one, under with the other one. Both hands come together, we're going to press across, and then palm heel them away. Next one we're going to do, it's going to be a wrist grab, so where they've grabbed both of your wrists. The reason why we practice these is because we want to make sure that you guys are able to defend and escape, get somebody's hands off of you, and get out of there quickly. All right, so here's what we're going to do. The first one is they're going to grab your wrists, they're going to stick their hands out and grab both your wrists, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to take both of your thumbs and point straight out, okay? So they're going to grab. You're going to point your thumb straight out. You don't want to pull your hands into your own face. We see that a lot. Don't do that. They're going to grab your wrists. We're going to scoop, point your thumbs to the side, break away, and palm. Now there is one other thing that you want to do with this one, okay? You want to make sure after they grab your wrists, you want to have some sort of strike down below, whether it's a stomp on their foot, whether it's a kick. It doesn't really matter. What you're going to do is you're going to scoop your hands out. Again, make sure you're pointing your thumbs to the side. You're going to turn and palm, then you're going to escape. So let me do the whole thing now. So they grab your wrists, they're holding on nice and tight. A quick shot, scoop out, palm, you've defended, now you escape. So those are 3. We got 2 more to go with the arm lock behind the back. And this is where somebody takes your arm, kind of bends it behind your back, and easily push you around. We don't want that to happen. So here's what you're going to do. Remember, the first thing that you want to have when someone grabs you is a balanced stance, okay? That's the first thing you want to have. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to spread your feet out. They've grabbed your arm. Now the key here is if they grab your right arm, you need to step away with your opposite foot. So my right arm is grabbed. I'm going to step forward with my opposite foot and push away. I'm going to try that again. Step forward, opposite foot, push away. Either a back kick or a side kick to the midsection. And then you what? Defended, and now you escape. We're going to try that again. Okay, so spread your feet out. Step forward. He's got my right arm. I'm going to step forward, opposite foot, and push. So again, I'm pushing with my right arm back, stepping with my left foot. Big extended heel, side kick, back kick, defend and escape. I'm going to try it on this side now. It's my left arm. Step forward right, push back with the left. It's kind of like the yin yang. The yin yang is that symbol that is on most of our t-shirts. So it's basically how opposites work together. So I'm stepping forward and pushing back, but those opposite motions are giving me the ability to create a gap so I can strike with a back kick and get the heck out of there. The last one we're gonna do for white belt, and this is your last white belt requirement, is the rear choke, where they've actually grabbed you by the back like this, okay? So picture somebody standing facing that way and me grabbing them right around the neck while they're facing that way. And the way you're gonna do this is here. It's basically the opposite of the front choke, whereas I'm still gonna raise my right arm, but I'm gonna step away, which means now I need to step forward. With the front choke, I stepped backwards because that was stepping away. Well, the front choke is the opposite of the rear choke. So when they grab you from behind, we're gonna step forward, drop that elbow down, palm heel, and escape. I'm gonna show that again. When you drop the elbow on this one, it's not so important to hit that pressure point. Those hands are gonna come off your shoulders, okay? I'm gonna try that again. They reach out and grab me. I'm gonna step forward with my opposite foot, bring it up, drop it down. I'm in a balanced position and drive it away. One of the things that I really want my white belts to understand in the beginning is this. If somebody grabs you, the first thing you need to have is balance. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll be glad to answer them.